Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today with Teddy's Spiritual World. And I just wanted to go on ahead and just discuss a few things with you all today. I wanted to bring awareness to ourselves. As you can see, I've separated our decks today in 3 piles. And I'm asking for you to just tune in and just take in the vibrancy of the colors that you see before you today and the crystals. And just take a moment to just center yourself today. And just think about having gratitude. Because gratitude can go so far, can it? Having gratitude for the things that we want to bring to the forefront, the things that we wish to create for ourselves. For pile number 1, we have Chicana. If you're drawn to Chicana, it's time to cross the threshold. If you're drawn to pile number 2, pile number 2 is going to discuss about medicine. The progress and creation for your own path. And for pile number 3, we're going to have Hosoho, which is beauty, way of Navajo. What do these cards mean for me? Well, if you were drawn to pile number 1, pile number 1 is going to discuss a new threshold being open for you, bringing an ending so complete that it is no longer possible to return to what has been. The light of the stars is your faithful guide into the new world. The new world which you create for yourself. As you trust in your divine connection, meaning as you trust the person within, deconstruction forms shall reshape themselves into relevance, helpful and beautiful new ways of living, thriving, and expressing your true self. Trust in the strangest ideas and that which is different, inspired, or just possibly will be unconventional. This crossing is healing and furthers the activation of your own intuitive potential. How do we do these things though, right? How do you take the time to create these things for yourself when we're always having distractions? Distractions for me is anything and everything that takes you away from the things that you want to create. But is it really taking away from the things that you want to create? Or do you just need to have action and focus on the things that you want to create while you're doing your 9 to 5 or taking care of your kids or taking care of the bills? Take time to create freedom for the things that you want, right? Because as we're doing those things, that creates drive, which in turn creates action, which is going to inspire us to lean into that feminine energy, that loving energy that comes from the universe, right? Because at the end of the day, we're all connected to the divine. How can I say we're connected to the divine? It's simple. Your spirit already knows. But in order to connect to that spirit, we have to have the endurance and determination to even want to sit with ourselves, don't we? Because when we sit with ourselves, then we're able to collaborate and cultivate and produce the things that it is that our heart desires. But we have to have patience with ourselves, right? We have to have the patience that we need, pile number 1, in order to create those things and bring it to the forefront. Take your power back. Validate yourself. Go within. Find your niche and your passion and find a way to give back for service, to liberate you, to create the things that you want to create. Pile number 2. If you're drawn to pile number 2, I just want to shed some insight to why you might be drawn to pile number 2. Pile number 2, I just want you to know that everything's going to be okay. That the steps that we take in life, we take those steps to teach us the things that we need for ourselves so we can heal those chapters that come from within, right? So what does horse medicine have to say to you today? How do we even bring to forefront certain things, calling on this type of medicine? The medicine that we can call upon is the medicine that we bring to ourselves, because our mental health we can reprogram. We can reprogram with our mind, right? We can liberate ourselves by healing that spirit that's been broken and tarnished because of our trauma. By healing those situations so that way we're no longer acting out because of our past trauma and experiences, right? Medicine horse is progress on your path, bringing you the message of freedom, journey, and progression. Do not act as though you are a beast of burden. Claim your innate divine dignity. Allow yourself to feel and be grateful. Recognize and know your needs for rest, openness, and safety and respect. An ability to hear, know, and feel spiritual truth, which will guide you in every aspect of your life and journey, is opening up. Connect with your spirit. Live in your own truth. What does it mean to live in your own truth? How do you live in your own truth when it's convoluted with the negativity of the things that people feed into us today? But we have to stay humble for certain messages to come through. We have to know that as we're being grateful, discovery will lead us to changing our perspective. And as we're changing those perspectives, we're going to have challenges. But in order to innovate and to have mental clarity, we have to stop allowing ourselves to be patient. We have to be patient for us. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have patience for you, then how do you have patience for the things that you want to create? Take the time to lean on your own spirit and look for the medicines around you, the beauty in nature, the beauty in meditation, the beauty just to sit still. And as you're sitting still, you'll find the clarity that you need to move forward. So that way you can transform and blossom to create the new things for you. Because you're worthy of it, right? For pile number 3, I want you to understand that being vulnerable to your intuition is needed for guidance from above. Because that's where the sacred knowledge from our divine self comes from. And as we're tapping into our intuition, we're creating those new possibilities, because persistence is what's going to drive you forward. In order to create persistence, though, you have to create gratitude and synergy. In order to create synergy, you have to find something that's going to liberate yourself to create peace from within. You have to feel ambition to create the change and possibilities. By feeling the self-empowerment within yourself, you start to take your power back, right? And then you start to realize that the world is at hand. As you start to be more bliss and more joyful, and just to take in for the new creations that you're creating for yourself by paying attention to the animals that's coming to say hello, to the numbers that keep repeating themselves, to the messages that the divine has for you. And in order for you to even tap into that, you have to declutter your space that's creating the distractions. So today, piles 1, 2, and 3, I just want you all to know today that the inner knowing we all have, right? That authentic spirit that speaks to yourself. The one that knows the journey that you've gone through. The one that knows that you have to pick back up the pieces and put back together the puzzle. Because you can always put the pieces back together. You just have to have the motivation to want to do so for yourself. So to everyone that's tuning in today, please understand that the journey starts with you. Raise up your vibration. Listen to positive music. Go take that mile walk that you've been wanting to take. Go ride your bike. Go roller skating. Go inline skating. Go look at nature. Go enjoy water. Whatever that's going to bring you peace so you can create the new. So that way you can grab your independence back. So that way you can be fruitful. Creating and cultivating these new ideas, they're not far-fetched. They just start with you believing in you. And if you're at a crossroad and you're stagnant, and you want to know where those obstacles are, and you're not really sure where to start, then find individuals that can pour into you to give you life. Create those things in the event that you don't have any. And if you need some form of a push and a message, then allow me to share that information with you. I pray that you finding my channel today allows you to see with a little bit more clarity. Until next time, and thank you for joining.